Saturday morning at 7:49 a.m. I am still in my pajamas and I wasn't necessarily going to do the Saturday morning affirmations at this time because I wasn't sure how the weekends are going to go. This is actually my 6th day doing affirmations on YouTube, and the beautiful community of YouTube has been so amazing, guys. You guys have literally energized me, uplifted me, really given me something to look forward to on the mornings that I'm feeling a little blah or tired or just the body aches or just weak and when it's harder to get out of bed. So I always want to start by thanking you, the beautiful community of YouTube. You guys are incredible people. Today is a Saturday morning. It's 7:50 a.m. I am still in my pajamas, but I'm going to get ready soon and start my day. I have a list of things that I want to accomplish that I'm excited about. I hope that that's how you're feeling this morning, wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope that you're waking up with enthusiasm, an eagerness to start the day, maybe some goals that you want to accomplish, things you want to do to really push forward and make change. And if you're not sure where to start, maybe sit with a pen and paper and write down some of your favorite things that you like doing and see how you can turn some of the things you love to do into a hobby. And that's been really, really fun. Talking about mindset, talking about affirmations, talking about journaling has become a hobby of mine to the point where I'm sharing it on Whatnot, sharing the journals with others, sharing a bunch of hello. Hi, Leo Horn. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here at 7:50 a.m. in Ontario, Canada. This is my 6th day jumping online at this time, doing affirmations with the beautiful community of YouTube. And I wanted to share some of the affirmations for this Saturday morning that I'm thinking. And if there's anything that you're working on or anything that you want for your future, if it's health, happiness, prosperity, please do share it here. I'd be happy to create an affirmation for you. Hello. Can Daniel Larson wants to know if he could read the Bible. Of course you can. You can absolutely read the Bible. Oh, thank you, Leo. I appreciate the subscription and the like. I'm grateful to you because the truth is I use these affirmations. Hello, Cash. I use these affirmations too. I've noticed sometimes when I wake up in the morning during the workday, especially or the work week, I say things in my mind like, let's Bible study, Daniel says. Listen, this channel has a little combination of everything, folks. It's going to have stuff talking about God, the universe, the mindset, affirmations, things that we're working on, things that we're struggling with. Because I do think that there is something that goes through this technology, guys. I have jumped on live when I felt blah and started interacting with you folks here live on YouTube and suddenly felt energized and better and mentally ready for the day. It's actually really cool to think that we can transmit energy and intention through technology. Like, I'm not sure where Daniel is, where Lito is. Yes. Thank you, abundance. Abundance is what I want for all of us. An abundant life, an abundance of health and ideas and prosperity and, love and all the things that we're entitled to, what we deserve. I want that for all of you. And that's why I want to have some Saturday affirmations. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. TLC says I'm very positive. And for the most part I am, but sometimes I have to work on it, guys. This week I felt really tested mentally. I kept saying things like, oh, hold on one second. Is it bright pink or dark purple? I'm not sure. I don't know. What are we talking about, guys? All I know is I've had an interesting week where I felt like my mindset was being tested, and that's why I've jumped on YouTube around this time. This is my 6th day. Yes, politics is not helping our strengths. Yes, yes, yes. And we've got some Bible readers. We got womp womp. Listen, guys, it's true. There's a lot of stuff in the news, a lot of things that when we scroll on our phone, we are seeing things that maybe are not uplifting our spirits, are not making us feel hopeful for the future or energized. So we have to be really, really, really careful with what we talk about, what we think about, what we're watching, what we're scrolling. And my intention here on this channel is to share affirmations, share ideas, share the stuff I learned about the brain that's helped me through journal prompts and so on and so forth. Oh my gosh, we've got a question here about, do you think earthquakes come from souls trying to break out of hell? And what are my plans for today? Yeah, oh, that's nice. Guys, this is so, so cool. When it comes to hell, I've had a theory that hell and heaven are often, and I do think there's something bigger after we pass away, but I do think that oftentimes our mind could be a form of heaven or hell. Our own thoughts can cause us to live in a state of discomfort and dis-ease. So I really do encourage you, if you are feeling not so great up here, to seek content and people and books and ideas that will uplift you and keep you feeling hopeful for the future. And that is what I'm doing today. So thank you for asking. I think it was TLC. Today it's rainy and cloudy here in Ontario, Canada. It's hard to tell. Yeah. And my plan for today is to keep going with my passions and ideas. Oh, we've got TLCs in North Bay. So I wonder what the weather is. Hi there. Maritas, Nurza. Guys, I'm so glad you're here. It's 7:56 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and I wanted to share some, we've got some interesting questions here in the chat, guys. That's what I love about YouTube. Never a dull moment. We've got some interesting questions. I love younger boys. In fact, I have a 13-year-old son myself who I love very much, and I'm assuming that's what you're asking. Oh, we've got another person up in North Bay. Javier is in North Bay. That's awesome. Right now we're at 7:56 a.m. in Ontario, Canada. And I am really excited to be here sharing affirmations. Some of the affirmations I want to share with you on this Saturday morning is that I'm not sure what some of these questions. Listen, if whatever age you are, guys, if you are here, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. My intention, I feel like some of you are looking out for me and some of you are asking really interesting questions and I'm not sure which direction you're going. So the cool thing about this is that I get to choose what I read here and I get to choose what I acknowledge. And maybe this is a really good point for all of us, is that there's a lot of information coming at us in the news through conversations, but maybe we have more of a choice of what we take in, what we allow, what we acknowledge. And I can simply just disregard something if it's a little bit awkward and I'm not sure what to do with it, or I can. Oh, it's 7:56 p.m. Oh, island of the Philippines. Wow. I can't believe, so you're 12 hours ahead, and I can't believe that you guys are from around the world here, like interacting with me. I like to joke and say you're from the future if you're at 7:56 p.m. and I'm at 7:57 a.m. And so yeah, again, this is really interesting, some of the stuff in the comments. And I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and I'm doing and I'm doing enough, yes. And people like me. That's a really great affirmation. But it's true, guys. We are good enough and we are entitled to wealth and happiness and prosperity. And we should be looking for opportunities and ways to grow as people, to learn more, to have an elevated level of consciousness where we do see the world as a place of hope and opportunity. And that's really what I want for you guys. Oh, you know what, TLC? I think you could do live chat, because I'll tell you. Oh, you know what? TLC, I started live streaming, I would say only a few weeks ago, and I'll tell you, I'm 44, and I never ever knew that I would love it so much. I started a Whatnot channel as well, where I talk about journals and mindsets. And I was able to, yeah. Oh, Pablo says to love our enemies and others as well above money. Yes, absolutely. Listen, one thing I've come to realize about money is that the more money that good people get, the more good they can do with it. So I just want you guys to know that it's okay to desire wealth and prosperity. I've had to work through that because I used to think that desiring wealth and prosperity meant you were greedy, and it meant that you only cared about money. And but the truth is, the more money I get, the more good I do for others. And why wouldn't you want good people with good intentions to have more money, right? I think those are the people that you want to have more money because they're going to do good with it. They're not going to take power and opportunity and use it against others or weaponize it. They're going to do really great things with it and spread the word. So, I wanted to make sure that you guys, hold on a second. I wanted to make sure that you guys know that that's why I'm here. I'm here to spread the idea of prosperity, health, and abundance. So we're going to do a couple affirmations. I would wonder if good people who get money turn negative. Oh, I love that you said that, because what I've noticed is that money is kind of like anything else, okay? We could use it for good or we could use it for not so good. And money amplifies what we already are. So if you are a mean, negative person and you get more money, unless you work on that, chances are you're going to become more mean and negative and mistreat people. But if you are generous and kind and giving and have intentions to serve others, when you get more money, you get more ways to do all those good things. So never think that money is, oh, a little reminder there. Never think that it is 8:01 a.m. Good guess. You guys are funny. Listen, never think that money's going to change you. It's going to amplify what you are. So if you're a good dude and you're a good person and you love being generous and tipping well and giving good gifts and surprising people and doing random acts of kindness where no one even knows who did it, like paying for someone's food in the drive-through behind you, or like I've donated things and put a little envelope with a $10 bill in it and a little note. Some of the stuff that I was donating from my son when he was getting older, I was saying he's 13. And we donated a bunch of teddy bears. I donated a note. We hugged the teddy bears. We cried with them before we donated them because my son's getting older, but it's still that time where it's like you're in between. And yeah. And I wanted to, hello, Frank. Guys, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, Abnorm. I'm glad you're here as well. Welcome. I wasn't planning on coming on a Saturday necessarily at this time, but I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I wanted to say a couple of affirmations this Saturday morning. Come to this channel if you're into mindset, learning, growth, possibility, opportunity. That's what I'm here to share. I've seen it in my own life. Javier wants me to donate. Yes, I will. I will. I have also, listen, guys, even if you don't have money, I just want to remind you, hold on, I need a Kleenex, I'm going to sneeze. I just want to remind you and forgive the mess. I'm going to be doing a Whatnot show shortly. And I'm slightly preparing for it. Excuse me for a minute while I do this. Is it rude to blow my nose live streaming? Hold on one second. Oh, Abnorm. Abnorm wishes us and myself a wonderful weekend. I wish that for you as well. My son is taller than me. He's almost as tall as my husband. He's like, I don't know, God, I was going to say 10 feet, but it's not. He's wearing a 10.5 shoe. He's, I think, oh my God, what is it? 5'10", 5'11", something like that. All I know is he's taller than me. So, and when I said that I would donate, yeah, for sure, I will. I have these little cards where I write like inspiring messages to people and I put them in different mailboxes. So like the different mail carriers, because it's a hard job being a delivery mail person. can actually find a little note of encouragement. And, you don't have to have a lot of money to do nice things for other people. You can say kind words. You can send an email to someone that did a good job if you work in a business like that, a colleague. If you see a person on the street and they're wearing like a beautiful purple color that looks good on them, you can say like, wow, that purple looks great on you. Like, there are tons and tons of micro ways that we can uplift others without any money at all. So, I want you guys to know that wealth and prosperity is meant for you. Wealth and prosperity is meant for you. Financial abundance is your birthright. Financial abundance is your birthright. Health and happiness is yours. Health and happiness is yours. You are a good person and good things will happen for you. You are a good person and good things will happen for you. And hold on one second. This is so interesting. Guys, what affirmations do you need to hear? Is it something that you're struggling with? Yeah. Our birthright would be through the roof. You know what? I feel like for me personally, I had a lot of limiting beliefs around money and prosperity, and I had to work through them, reading books, listening to podcasts. I would love to share some of those people that I've listened to. Yes. No, you're a good person. You're a good person and good things will happen to you. Remember, whatever we believe is sort of like the boundaries of what our life will look like. So if you believe like that, oh, my fireplace just stopped. It's like it knew I was getting hot. Listen, at any point, if you don't think, let's say, for example, that you're a good person, I just want you to know that maybe that was yesterday, maybe that was an hour ago, maybe that was 2 minutes ago. And at any point, as humans, we have this magic ability to change and be different and think differently. And when we catch ourselves thinking a thought that's similar to yesterday and a thought we don't like anymore, just interrupt it. Insert a new thought. Say, you know what, I'm not going to think that anymore. That's not serving me. Guys, we can change. We can change. And Neil, I am going to acknowledge one thing you said. I'm not going to say it out loud in the live stream, but whatever you said, I can promise you that I am very well taken care of. I can show you a really beautiful picture of my husband. He's a super stud. And I'm very, very happily married, thankfully. And I have a beautiful family and a beautiful home. And I actually have a good job. And things are working out for me. And I have had struggles. I've had bald spots. I've been diagnosed with lupus. I didn't come from money. My mom was an immigrant from a third world country. Like, I've had to overcome a lot. But this channel isn't to tell you all the sad, hard death stories and sickness and all that stuff. That's not what this channel is for. This channel is to remind you that if people can come from nothing and create an abundant life for themselves, then you can too. You absolutely can too. And I'm 100% sure about that. But you have to want it. You have to feel, the trick is you have to feel like you deserve it. So why not you? And if there's something you don't like about your personality or something that you don't like about your thoughts, at any point you can change it. That's who you were yesterday, okay? That's who you were before. You know what? Oh, jeepers. Well, you know what? Listen, if the comments are distracting anyone, listen, if you happen to be here on this live and your intention is not to grow and be a better person, then maybe you don't need to be here. There's other things that you could be doing with your time. And I respectfully, would say that it's okay to go. And I'm not sure how we can press the buttons to figure it out, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to focus on why I'm here, because maybe this is the world testing us, folks. This is the world testing us. Are we going to let one person whose maybe intention is to F with us, are we going to let it, or are we going to just move past it and know that the world will constantly test us? The world and my mindset has been tested this week a handful of times. And I think I'm doing okay. And I think that I focus on the good, that most people are good. Most people have good intentions. Most people want good for others. So that's really, really something that's important for us. Abnorm. That's hilarious. Yeah, it does seem that way. But guys, I'm here doing affirmations about something bigger, something better, okay? And something that is going to help us grow, but mentally. And remember, when we grow mentally, we grow spiritually, we grow in our capabilities, and we actually grow in our finances, and we can grow in our skill set and make ourselves better. Oh, abnorm. That's awesome. Yes, you know what? This is a test for us, guys. This is the test because these are just words. When it comes down to it, people, like, I used to be, I guess, scared in a sense of what people are going to say, what people are going to think. Are they going to say I've got lines and wrinkles in my head? I've got a little bit of gray hair. Like I don't have a great side profile. There's a lot of things people can say that could hurt my feelings. And potentially it probably could hurt my feelings once I log out. But the truth is, you guys are strangers. And for me, I notice more that I care about what the people closest to me think because strangers, I do wish you guys well and I want the best for you, but you guys have no idea anything about my life. And I can never, ever, ever let a stranger's impression of me or ideas about me hurt my feelings because then I'm giving a stranger power over me, power over my emotions. These are just words that people are typing. Good morning. I'm so glad that you guys are here. This is a really interesting live stream. My intention was to come on and say some affirmations about growth and prosperity. And yeah, and it's true. None of us are qualified. None of us are qualified to say anything about another person because the truth is, we only know what it's like to be one person, and that's ourselves. So, when we approach people with an open mind and let people be them, I used to work in an office with two people that treated me personally very well, but they were really downers, and they didn't treat others the nicest. They didn't have a very open perspective about other cultures, and it started to weigh heavily on me. At first, I thought I was there to uplift them, to bring them growth, mental growth, and prosperity and health. And I used to think that the universe brought me there to help them see that most people are good. And then after a few years of working in that environment, I realized I had to go. But you know what else that environment taught me? It made me curious about how the brain works. It made me curious to go to the library and understand how human biases work. Oh my God, I need another Kleenex. Bear with me. I am stuffed up. I got to get this out of my system. But the truth is, folks, we can learn from people that are not like us, and we can learn like from the people what we do want to be like and the people that are like, oh gosh, I never want to be like that. Those people are equally our teachers. In fact, everything is a teachable moment, and we could use it to be insulted, we could use it to be offended, or we could use it as an insight and go like, ooh, gosh, why would someone think that way? Let me research that. Oh, there's built-in human biases in the brain. Yes. Yes, exactly. There's examples everywhere. You're right. And we don't know what these people are going through. What if somebody is trying to distract themselves from something tough that they're going through? The truth is that, you know, some of us have had a hard childhood that we still carry those scars with us. You know, if I'm being transparent, I had a trusted adult when I was younger do some inappropriate things too. And it turns out, I think 1 in 4 girls have a story like that. And I'm sure it happens to men too. So I try to lead with grace and understanding, and I try not to make people feel bad about where they are in the moment, like mentally, because we've all been there, and some people have it harder than others, and some people are going through something that we simply can't understand. So I will never, ever reject anyone or try to make anyone feel bad. But I do encourage this channel to be a place of sharing good ideas. And yes, wow, Abnorm saying that I used to focus on money and how to get it. And as soon as I gave that up, my situation changed. Hello. And how are you, dear friend? I'm doing well. And that's a really great statement, Abnorm. I think when we focus, see, I'm focused on living an abundant life and doing good for others and knowing that that will return financial prosperity to me because my intention is to give that to others and help others see their value. So money will come to us not when we're trying to hang on to it, but when we are trying to spread the idea that it's a flow. It comes to me, then I give it to you, then I donate it, then I have to buy something, that something might break in my house, knock on wood, I hope it doesn't. Thank you, I appreciate that statement. Yes, yes. There's a comment that I posted on my LinkedIn because I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, I don't have the other ones. I only have YouTube, LinkedIn, and whatnot. And it was be good to people because everyone's going through something that we know nothing about. So that is a reminder for me when sometimes someone is driving like a jerk or they're being inconsiderate or I've worked with people and they've made the same mistake 3 times. And, I could say like, hey, I've already showed you this 3 times, or I've already said this 3 times, or I can just send them a screenshot and say like, hey, this was in my prior email. And yes, at some point you are going to have to address things. I'm not saying sweep everything under the rug, guys. But we do have to address things, but there's a good way to do it. There's a kind way to do it. There's a productive, efficient way to address problems, and there's a way to tear people down. So I encourage you to address it in the healthy way. Abnorm is focused on wealth of the heart and wealth of the spirit. Ooh, Abnorm, you are one of my favorite people, and that's why you are rich. You are rich. You are rich. I'm rich too. I'm rich with love, I'm rich with curiosity, I'm rich with good intention, and I have a feeling you are too. You are rich with good intentions. You are rich with wanting to uplift others and being really careful with your mindset. If I'm not mistaken, you mentioned getting rid of some other social platforms and that you're focused on the ones that are making you feel better. And I think you said you didn't notice the difference until a couple weeks after, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me. But I think that's what you were mentioning. So I just want to say that you are rich. You're rich with knowledge. You're rich with possibility. And you're rich with taking the steps you need to create an abundant life for yourself. That's a form of wealth, people. That's a form of wealth that will materialize in many other ways. Sometimes we think rich means a certain number of zeros in your bank account. And if that's the case, then one might say, I'm not rich, but I'm rich with so many other things, and I'm becoming more wealthy with my mindset, and I'm unlocking abundance. It was 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks for Abnorm to realize. So 2 weeks ago, maybe it's 2 weeks ago, or it took 2 weeks, forgive me, to realize the benefit of deleting the social platforms that once you're finished scrolling, guys, if you're feeling lazy and you don't know what to do and you're in consuming mode, like where you want to consume and just consume things, that's a mode that will take away some of your energy. So if you start creating, look for ideas like drawing, maybe sticking images in a journal. I have a Whatnot channel where I'm selling everything you need to create an abundant life and mindset and therapy grade journal prompts with journaling. And yes, and listen, even when you say you're happy with nothing, and you find abundance there, I like that, because the truth is we all have something. What we have up here is the most powerful of everything. You can have all the wealth in the world. There's people that have taken their own life that have all kinds of money and financial prosperity and material pleasures, but they didn't have what they need up here, which is a mindset filled with possibility and hope. Yes, and the biggest things are found in the smallest places. Abnorm is like my therapy person here, okay? I just want you to know that we have someone here that's very, very wise, and it's helping to share that wisdom. Live this morning, it's 8:18. I'm in Ontario, Canada. And what I've been trying to do is noticing small joys in my life. Like I put some special cinnamon in my coffee, and now every time I take a sip of my coffee, I'm like, I love the way the cinnamon tastes. And I say and feel that feeling about 5 or 6 times every time I'm taking a sip of my coffee. So if we can find small joys in each day, maybe it's the way the sunlight shines through the window in the morning. Like we don't have a sunny day right now, but you see this beautiful plant here? Every time I walk into this room, I look at that plant and I'm like, wow, it looks so tropical and beautiful. See that? And I just take a moment to appreciate it. Okay. I've got these gold metallic tattoos that I use. And when I put one on here every time, and I will put one on today, every time I walk past a mirror and I see it, I'm like, oh, this is cute. I just feel like if we can find small joys within our day, if it's a juicy fruit that you're eating, and you're like, wow, this fruit tastes really good. Or you've tidied up your kitchen and all the counter space looks really neat. That's one thing I've noticed mentally that's helped me is having clear spaces, clear counter spaces. Oh, yes. Abnorm says that, Abnorm's had a lot of money and was unhappy and poor in the pure ways, poor of spirit, poor of intention. You can have a lot of money, but be poor in your thoughts and never having enough or wanting to hoard the money or not having a giving spirit and soul. And you can have a little bit of money, but have a really giving spirit and soul and feel like most people are good. And that, like, I seem to run into really kind people. And the ones that maybe I would say are not so kind, I've noticed that they're there to teach me something. And if I can try to find the lesson in that, there's way more value there. And that's what I want to encourage others to do. That if you are going through a challenge, try to see what the lesson is. I mean, I've had some really, really challenging things happen, and I've been able to reframe it. My dad died at 38. I was 6 years old when my father said he had indigestion one night and he was throwing up. And the first time I ever said it, I was in tears. I'm like, Mom, is Dad gonna die? And my mom was like, of course not. Your dad's not gonna die. She brought him in. Of course I'm not gonna die. It's indigestion. He was taking something called Rolaids for like heartburn. And when I woke up the next morning, my dad was dead, guys. My dad was dead. He died of a heart attack at 38. The day after I asked if he was going to die. Can you imagine what that does to a little child's mind? For decades, I used to think anytime I thought something bad would happen, I thought it would happen. And it was spiraling. So I've worked through a lot of challenges personally myself. And I'm not saying that I'm cured and I'm healed and everything's great, but I've come a long way. And I do know that if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. Yes, there are people that are depressed with $1 billion. That's 100% true. I was listening to a podcast, Lewis Howes. I highly recommend him. He's saying he lives in a really beautiful building, or he was living in a beautiful building in California where he said he was the poorest person in the building. Like everybody was like worth billions, millions and millions and billions. And he was driving home and there was like a tent outside and security and all this stuff. And he was like, what happened? One of the wealthiest people that lived in that building jumped. Can you imagine jumping? And he was worth hundreds of millions apparently. And he jumped. Imagine that you can have hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars and still want to take your life in such a way. Imagine. It just goes to show you folks, I know it's easy to say when you're not struggling to pay your bills that, wealth and prosperity is not going to solve all your problems. It's going to help. It's going to help. But if you are upset here and you're angry here and you hate the world or you have a lot of shame for things that you've done in your past, I would highly recommend working on that first. And that will help unlock the wealth and prosperity that you desire. And when you get it, you can do good things with that and feel really well and sleep at night. And you won't have all the depressing and other things that come along with it. Because you can get wealth, but if there's some stuff up here that you need to work through, no amount of money is going to fix that. So start finding, Abnorm had a heart attack. Oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. I can't believe. Oh my gosh, Abnorm had a heart attack, and you can confuse it. Yes, with indigestion, it's like pain. I think for men, it's pain on the left side. Wow, I'm so glad you're here and that you survived that heart attack. It wasn't your time. It wasn't your time. And maybe that's why you've come to have such a great perspective. That later on taught me to have a perspective of really appreciating the good people in my life. Losing my dad at such a young age under those circumstances has taught me to really value my husband, value my son, our relationship. My relationships are the most, that's the thing I'm proud of the most, is the kind of love and laughter and joy that I get to feel in my household every day. The love and affection and joy is what I get to feel every day, and an appreciation for the people in my life, because I know it can change. And I wish we all live a long, healthy life. And Abnorm is in perfect health. I'm so, so glad to hear that. Of course you are. Oh, and we've got someone that lost their grandpa, and I'm so sorry to hear that. If you're going through a challenge, just know that what a blessing it is that you got to enjoy a lovely grandpa. And it doesn't take away your pain, and that's not what I'm trying to minimize by saying, like, hey, I never even met my grandpa. But what a beautiful blessing it is if you've had a grandpa that you've got to hug and love and share stories with and have memories with. Those memories will never leave you. Oh, no heart attack. You've been blessed with great health. Oh, good, good, good. Oh, I'm so glad. Abnorm, cancel that, guys. Abnorm's been blessed with great health. And I continue to wish that on you, wish that on us and everyone here today. Oh, you didn't get to know your grandpa. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I do hope that you've got some good people in your life that you do get to love and enjoy. And thank you for the sympathy. Yes, loss is one of the hardest things in life. And I hope that I don't have to go through anything like that anytime soon. I pray that we all live a long, healthy life, including you, including me, and everyone you love, and everyone that I love. But the truth is that when we go through a challenge, folks, it's meant to teach us something. And if you don't have someone that you love in your life right now, or love is something you're struggling with, I encourage you to work on loving yourself and find ways to do that. If you have Chat GPT, ask Chat GPT, what things can I start doing to start loving myself? Whether it's journaling, writing down all the words that you want to represent you, sticking images of things that you want for yourself, forgiving yourself for past mistakes and past things that you've done, mistakes that you're still making, maybe, and things that you're still choosing that you're struggling with. We all have that, folks. We all have that. And that's part of being human. None of us are perfect. We're not expected to be perfect. We're just expected to try. And that's what I'm trying to share here. Just try. Try something new. We only have one life. Yes, we only have one body, and we can choose to be different every day. If I was a jerk to someone this morning, I can apologize, or I can start right now treating people differently. Like, we don't have to be the same person we were yesterday. We don't have to be the same person we were an hour ago. And if you're thinking any thoughts that aren't serving you, folks, the moment you catch that thought happening, redirect it into something positive. If you say, like, oh, I suck at math and I'm never going to get this done, redirect it to, once I get this done, I'm going to be better at it. Once I get this done, I'm going to be faster, or I'm capable of learning and growing and learning new things. Um, Hey, Zach is his own grandpa. That's awesome. Yes. You know what? I've used YouTube and found some really cool people like Lewis Howes. And hi, Shivam, I'm glad you're here. Oh, welcome. We are talking about, well, we were talking about affirmations, we're talking about mindset, we're kind of interacting with wonderful people from around the world, getting feedback, getting thoughts, hearing what some people are going through, and kind of knowing that if you're going through a challenge, see what the lesson is, see what you can figure out, how you can learn to be better. And if there's anything you want to change in your life, you do not need to be the same person you were yesterday. You do not have to think the same thoughts you did yesterday. At any point, we can all change. Um, yes, breaking habits. Breaking habits, absolutely. And it's my understanding, based on the research and the studying that I've done, to break a new habit, we need to insert something. Apparently, the brain has these little That's a good one. That's a good one. But let's say there's paths in our brain, and they start out as dirt paths, and the more you keep doing something, they become almost like a paved road. And we have all these little circuits and roads and things that are paved if we've been doing it for a long time, and they're dirt roads if we've been, just starting a new habit. And the way to change an old habit is to we've got to repave it with something new. So if you have an old habit of something that you constantly come up in your mind, bad things happen in threes, or I could never get this done, or this is going to be a shit day, pardon my language, you got to reframe it. So when you catch yourself thinking about it, you've got to insert a new thought or insert a new habit. If there's something you keep doing, you keep going to the cupboard to grab chips, at the end of the day, I'm guilty of that. That's one of the habits that I'm trying to change. We have to stop buying chips. Hello and welcome. We're so glad you're here. This is a great community. And this community gets through challenges with grace and understanding, don't we? I think we did a good job today, folks. And we are a forgiving channel here. We are a channel that knows that we can start fresh at any point, right? And I'm so glad you guys are here. Please check out my YouTube channel for more random live streams, more affirmations. We're going to close up with some affirmations for all of us today. That if we need to change a habit, maybe the chip habit I was going to say, instead of going to the cupboard now, I've got to really redirect that to go to get some water instead, or get some crunchy vegetables to, if it's crunch you like, get some crunchy vegetables and dip. So any old habits that we're trying to break, whether it's a thought or a specific thing, that we are thinking, we need to create a new path for that habit by inserting something new. We can't just not do it and hope that habit goes away. We have to replace it with something else. So replace it with a better constructive thought if it's a habit of a thought that's not serving you, or if it's a habit of doing something that's not good for you, change it. Instead of walking to the cupboard to get chips, grab water instead, or some fruits and vegetables. If it's going to grab a cigarette to smoke, for example, go brush your teeth instead, and that might kill the desire to smoke. We can't just say, okay, I'm not gonna smoke. We need to replace that habit with a new one by inserting something new, so it makes the brain pathways more concrete, more solid, as opposed to just trying to hope we don't go through that old pathway. The brain needs something new. So there's a lot of science on YouTube, guys. If you are consuming anything on YouTube, on social media, that's really not serving you, try to look at neuroscience. There's a really cool neuroscientist. Her name is Dr. Tara Swart. And she makes neuroscience really cool. And she talks about the science between ancient traditions and the brain and how it works. She talks about journaling, the reticular activating system, how to use these systems in our brain for good, for noticing opportunities, for changing the way we see life, for creating abundance and an abundant mindset. I used to have a fixed mindset. Oh, yeah. And people don't want to change. That's fair. Oh, okay. If you have I'm sorry, I almost missed that. If you have obsessive, repetitive, intrusive thoughts about your parents, what can I replace it with to stop the cycle? Oh my God, Poppy, that's such a great question. If you have a negative or repetitive thought about anyone, and parents are hard, honey, parents are hard. That's a harder one to get through. So you're going to need more time and energy on that. And there are things and stuff on YouTube, ChatGPT. If you're scared of AI, try plugging in that very same question in ChatGPT, in YouTube. But the repetitive thought is maybe to redirect it and say, like, I'm not my parents. And do you want to be like your parents? Are your parents living a life that you want? Because chances are they're not, right? And they could be good people, they could mean well, but a lot of times our parents bring their own weaknesses and their own baggage from their parents. And we need to sort of forgive them for that, because no parent knows what they're doing. We're kind of all just winging it. And I would say that the replacing the thought that you can do is, I'm not my parents, and I'm nothing like my parents. And I will learn from their mistakes so I can be better. I will learn and grow. Yes. Oh, no, 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 no. You know what? You're so sweet. And I think that's a challenge that you're going to have to work hard at. Our parents have a huge influence on us. So you need to remember that your parents maybe didn't know how to love. That's the truth. They don't love themselves. People that love themselves love others. And if they don't love themselves, yes, it's their downfall. Abnorm is saying it's your parents' downfall. They have to live into their own mindset. If they're negative people, if they're saying things that are bringing you down, you almost have to feel sorry for them, because imagine what it would be like to live in a mind that wants to tear people down and wants to make people feel bad about themselves and doesn't want to uplift those around them. That sucks, Poppy. That sucks. And it would suck to be them. And if you can find it in yourself to say, you don't need their love, you can love yourself. You can learn to love yourself through affirmations. Come to this channel, look online and say, I am worth it. I'm a good person. I was born into a struggle, so it would help to teach me to love myself and to teach others to love themselves and bring a little light and joy. And you don't need their approval. You don't need their acknowledgement. They're hurting, it sounds like. Yes, it is a them issue. It is a them issue. And you do know it. But imagine how hard it is. It does come back. Oh, and if you're cleaning and zoning out and doing other things, try to find some podcasts, Poppy, that are uplifting, affirmations to listen to. There's healing frequencies. If you have little headphones that you can listen to something uplifting and say the affirmations with it, that's a them issue. If you're cleaning, like obviously you're a tidy person. It sounds to me like you need to give yourself more credit. Yes. You don't need to carry your parents' weight. None of us do. You forgive them and let it go because it's hurting you. That's what Abnorm says, and I couldn't agree more. Don't let other people's negativity impact you. Let's guys have an affirmation that we have a protective shield around us, and we're gonna only let in what serves us. Yes, when you catch yourself thinking anything, yes, yes, of course it hurts. Of course it hurts. If you've been hearing negative from your parents, if you're 5 years old, it's going to be harder to break it a little bit. If you're 10 years old, if you're 20, if you're 50 years old and you've been feeling that for a long time, those thoughts are going to be harder to break. Listening to uplifting podcasts, there are podcasts, there's like dozens of people. You can find the right voice, the right person that speaks to you, if it's male or female, things you can listen to help uplift you. That's what I've done. And I've been like, my whole YouTube feed is like therapy. There is only things to bring me joy, insights, stuff about the brain, stuff about affirmations. My whole YouTube feed is therapy. And I would encourage you, if there's anything on your feed, to switch it. Start liking affirmations, start liking the content of people that are uplifting others. And then your feed will start feeding you more of that. And anytime you catch yourself thinking about your parents, just think, you know what? I wish them well. I hope they change, but they don't need to change for me to understand my value, my worth, that I'm a good person, and I am stopping the cycle right now. You can stop the cycle. And for every negative thing they say, try to reframe it with something positive. If they think, oh, you're never going to get to this and you're never going to be that, say, of course I am going to be this. Of course I am going to be that. Other people have done it. Why not me? Why not you? Literally, why not you? There's no reason why not you, right? It is easier said than done, and each situation is different, but trying is the only thing we can do. To try to find ways to solve it, that's all we can do. We could be a victim of it and say like, oh, this is the life, these are the cards I've been dealt, or we could say, hey, I have the World Wide Web, I have the internet. This time more than ever is the time where we can change, and we can seek content for free at the library, through books. Yes. Building a better relationship with your daughter who's 6. Yes. Yes. Of course. Of course. Wow. Wow. Yes. How is your relationship with your parents now? If you have a 6-year-old daughter, this is a beautiful time for you to implant confidence and be honest with your daughter. You know, yes. You don't want to be like your mom. 6 years old, their kids are really smart. And I found myself saying to my son, like, especially if I make a mistake or say something I don't mean, where I say the truth, like, I've never been a parent before and I want to do a good job for you. And sometimes I make mistakes and sometimes I say things that aren't mean. And, my parents weren't always very loving. Be honest with your daughter. Like, ask your daughter, what can I do for you to be a better mom? Your daughter might be able to share simple things with you. Maybe I want you to cuddle me more. Maybe I want to dance and listen to music. Maybe you could listen to healing frequencies. Oh, Poppy hasn't had contact with them for 2 years and repairing it. And listen, that's okay. And it's okay to distance yourself. Some people have relationships with negative people and they're talking to them every day, once a day, twice a day, 5 times a week. You don't have to. You can call your parents once a week and or send them a text and call every other week and say, I'm thinking about you guys. I hope you're doing well. And I'll check in with you guys next week. Just know I'm thinking about you and always wishing you well. You get to control the relationship. You get to control how much time is spent with them, how much time and energy is spent with them. I hope. If you live with them, obviously it's a little bit different. But again, we can always limit how much we're hearing something, how much we're doing something. Yes, learning new skills is a great way of sort of stopping that old pattern and being honest with your daughter. Listen, if you're listening to uplifting content, there's songs. I'm going to find a way to put some links here. Um, wow, that's amazing. Listen, you can communicate. There's channels about communication. There's channels about pushing through limiting beliefs. There's parenting videos. There's music. Yes, and we do control how we feel, and it's hard. Sometimes we let outside sources and our thoughts change the way we're thinking, but you can stop that. Having healing frequencies, having affirmations playing in your house when your daughter wakes up, while you guys are cleaning, while you guys are doing arts and crafts, while you're doing anything in your house, cooking. What you have in the background, guys, we think it's just background noise. It's not. There's healing frequencies on YouTube. I'm going to put some links to some of my favorite ones. Yes. Breaking away is hard, guys, but know that it's possible. Know that anything's possible. And if you have intentions to change and do better, then that is half the battle because it means that you're recognizing it. And now I'm here to tell you that it's possible. And if you have the internet, if you're watching me here, it means you have the internet. It means you have the World Wide Web. And that is all you need to start changing and to start growing. Ask your daughter what she needs from you. Like, what do you need from me to be a better mom? What can I do better for you? But you have to not take it with, you can't be insulted. You got to be open to hearing the truth, which can be hard, but that's how we can work on it. And ask your daughter what she needs from you and work on that together. Have healing frequencies playing, set some nice mood lighting. Maybe you guys could have a little tea party together and be honest with your daughter and say, yes. And say to your daughter, like, I want to be the parent for you that I never had. I want to be the loving, strong mother for you that I never had, and I'm working on it. And I'm a human, and I'm going to always want to grow and learn and improve. And then your daughter, when she makes a mistake, then she could say, like, hey, I'm learning and growing and improving. Yes. Oh, you're the emotional spouse for my mother for a long time. Yeah, that's heavy. And then maybe through some of the things that you're learning, I know it's hard for parents to change, they're older, but maybe some of the things that you're going to learn and grow and change and work on, you could share that with your mother when you do contact her. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, comfort zones. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Comfort zones are really hard to break, guys, but they're possible. Remember, whatever we learn and grow and do, we can transfer it to others. And not everyone's going to be open to hearing it. Not everyone, I mean, your parents don't want to hear that, they kind of set you up in an area that's been harder for you to get out of. That's really tough too. But you could phrase it differently. You could phrase it like, hey, mom, I'm learning about these new subjects at the library and through podcasts so I can be a better mom for my daughter. And that's what I want. I want to have a better mindset. I want to have hope for the future. And I want to notice the opportunities, and I need to unlock this heavy weight that's on me and feel free. Hi. Hi Emma. I'm so glad you're here. I am learning from you guys. And I'm so glad that you guys are here today. We're having some in-depth conversation about ways that we can learn to be better, learn to be stronger. There's people on YouTube, there's healing frequencies, there's free books at the library. If you have a local library, take your daughter there. The library, you can get magazines, you can get books on mindset, you can get, I call them look through books I used to get with my son about the planets and trucks and fashion or whatever topics you guys are interested in. You can get like a dozen books from the library. And just when you're not sure what to do, sit and look through them, look through magazines, look through fashion. This will start brainwashing you because, guys, we're being brainwashed by everything because we can control our mind and thoughts. Yes. Yes. And we are always trying to be our best version, be the best mom we can be transparent with your kids. Yes. Thank you, Ebnorm. Thank you, Poppy. I feel like we are learning and growing from each other because there's areas of, like, my son's 13, and I know that I need to switch up my parenting style that I did from when he was younger. And that's a new subject for me. I've never been a parent of a teenager, right? Yeah. Oh, I missed Emma's statement. That's okay, Emma. You listen, you might not have children yet. You might have children in the future, but the truth is that what better time to work on ourselves and our mindset than before you have kids? I mean, if I knew all this before I had my son, I would have been a totally different person and I would have made less mistakes and all of that good stuff. But the truth is, it's never too late. It's a great time to start working on yourselves. And don't ever feel like you're missing something. None of us are missing something. We might not have it yet, but we're not missing it. We just don't have it yet. And we need to switch that vocabulary, folks. We always can wake up and have an opportunity to make a new choice of who we want to be. That's right. We don't have to be the same person we were an hour ago. We could be a different person. That's the coolest part. Ah, we are all wishing each other well. Yes. Yes, yes, absolutely. I wish I had. That's a good point, Poppy. I wish I had started parenting with the clarity that I have now, too. But my son is watching me improve. He's, hears in the background the stuff that I listen to. He sees me reading, he sees me acknowledging my mistakes, excuse me, and apologizing when I make a mistake. I am not perfect. I do say things sometimes. I do make mistakes. And being a parent that can be open with their kids and say, like, hey, maybe I didn't handle that well, or I should have said this, or I should have done this, and I'm still learning, is a really cool place to be as a parent. Because then when your kids make a mistake, maybe they won't be scared of you because they know that mistakes are a part of life and they can come to you. And yes, you'll be upset, but you'll get through it together. Guys, yes, this is a world that needs more love. That's a really good point. We need more love, whether you have children or not, whether you have a spouse or not. Like, learn to love ourselves, learn to be a light to others, learn to grow and improve and feel hope and optimistic using all the free resources we have on YouTube, at the library, podcasts. Yes. Yes, Poppy has a really good point too. Thank you. You see, you do know, Poppy, Abnorm. We know what we need to do. It's just a matter of doing it. It's a matter of reminding ourselves. Human growth as adults is very important for us to share. None of us are perfect. We're all still working through some of the things. Most of it comes from childhood, but we can't blame our parents. They did the best job they could with what they had. We don't know what they went through. Yes. And as children, we are blind to see the limiting beliefs that we inherit from them, the negative thoughts about money, the negative thoughts about ourselves. There's a lot of things that we take from our parents, and they may be well-meaning, or maybe, they were in a deficit when we were learning from them, but we don't need to take it with us as adults. We can change our beliefs. That's the really cool part. There's nothing that you've believed your whole life that you can't learn to change with time and energy and effort. So what beliefs did you have from childhood that you need to work on? You know, a scarcity money mindset was one of mine that I've really worked hard to come out on the other side. And now I'm trying to help others with that too. And I still have a ways to go. I still have a ways to go. Um, but I think the really cool part is that I'm trying to be better. And that's why I jump on live here and talk to you guys. Like for me to create a video on YouTube, just talking to the camera feels really awkward. But when I jump on live, it's like I'm interacting with people and it just seems really easy for me. So I do encourage you to find some hobbies that will help you grow personally. If it's journaling, if it's looking through books, yes. Yes, we do see our parents as superhuman. Yeah, I did too. I did too. Yes. And then once we see flaws and stuff, it ends up, it comes out on our personality and we think there's something wrong with us. But nobody's superhuman, guys. We put celebrities on pedestals. We shouldn't be putting anybody on a pedestal, right? Except, maybe whatever it is you believe in spiritually, if it's God, Allah, whatever it is you believe in, if it's something good and you want to aspire to be that, yes, put that on a pedestal. But other humans, celebrities, especially brand names and designer this and that, don't put those things on a pedestal, guys. Those are temporary joys. It's what's up here that's going to bring you real fulfillment. Yes. Yes. Oh, look. Oh. I had an intuition to buy an elderly lady flowers. Do it. Yes, if you have an intuition, yes. Listen and follow that voice. There is a difference between good and bad. And we can, listen, whenever we're feeling low, the one tip I'll close with you, the one tip I'll give you is whenever you are feeling low, whenever you are feeling broke or hurting or sad or down, the one tip I give you is to uplift someone else. If you are feeling broke, take $1 or $2 and buy somebody a coffee. If you are feeling low confidence or sad, try to uplift others. Send a text to someone that you know that's going through something and say like, hey, I'm thinking of you. Or compliment someone on the street. Or if you're driving by someone and you're stopped at a red light, smile at them, wave at them. Even if they look at you like you're crazy, who cares? When you send good intentions to others and do good for others, it has this magical way of uplifting you. So whatever you want, if it's wealth, health, financial prosperity, beauty, anything you want, do that for somebody else. And I promise you, it has a ripple effect. Guys, this has been so amazing. I'm so, so glad you're here. I do hope you come back. I would like to close this with some affirmations that we have everything we need inside of us to live an abundant life. I encourage you to repeat this with me out loud if you can. I have everything I need inside of me to create an abundant life. I have everything I need inside of me to create an abundant life. I am worthy of love, success, health, and prosperity. I am worthy of love, health, success, and financial prosperity. And I am worthy. Guys, this has been so, so fun. Thank you for doing this for me. You've done something for me. And I'm so grateful. And I will continue to learn and grow and read and share everything that is benefiting me. I will gladly share it with you because there's enough success, health, wealth, and abundance for all of us. And the more we realize that there's a flow of money and prosperity, the more that things will unlock for us. So thank you for being here. I love you guys. Thank you for giving me your advice and your strength and energy through the lessons I'm learning and through the things I'm talking about with you. You guys are super cool and you do have everything you need inside of you. And I'll see you again. I'm going to be doing miscellaneous live streams, lots of stuff in the future on this channel, and I can't wait to see you guys here again. Please subscribe and check out the random stuff that's on this channel. And I really encourage you to have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday, wherever you are in this world, whatever time it is. Have a wonderful weekend. Say something good to someone else. Think something good. Say your affirmations. Find the people on the podcasts. I'm going to put the names. I thought I did that. I want to put some of the names of the people that have had an influence on my mental well-being that you can click on. Listen to a podcast. If you don't like the voice, try to find someone else and see which voices, which message resonates with you, and brainwash yourself, guys, because life will brainwash you no matter what. Everything we see and hear and do and talk about is brainwashing us. So take some of that power back, the brainwashing power, and brainwash yourself, okay? Be intentional with what you listen to, what you talk about, what you think about, and you can brainwash yourself, as I've done, and I will continue to do. And I will be here sharing that with you, okay? Thank you, folks. Let's do a little singing bowl with good intentions. Oh, my body's stiff. I'm going to do a whatnot show talking about journals and all the good stuff. Here we go, folks. As you hear this sound, let it penetrate your body and unlock all the good within your body, all the cells in your body. Inhale. Exhale anything that's not serving you, guys. Wow, you people are amazing. I'm sending you many, many blessings, okay? Of prosperity, health, love, wealth, abundance. You are so deserving of it. And thank you for being here. Hi. Thank you. Honestly, thank you guys. I'll see you next time. You guys are so cool. So, so cool.